Hey there, gaming enthusiasts! Welcome to Gaming Axia, your go-to source for all amazing games. The PlayStation 5 has no shortage of amazing games, but some open-world games just stand out above the rest. From gorgeous worlds packed with secrets, to action-packed journeys that keep you hooked for hours, these are the games that truly show off what the PS5 can do. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. On number 15, we have Rise of the Rōnin. This is Team Ninja's take of an open-world action RPG closer to Ghost of Tsushima. The story takes place during the final years of Japan's Edo period, a time full of political tension and Western influence. You play as a wandering samurai caught between tradition, war, and change. The game mixes real history with some over-the-top action, so while it isn't completely accurate, it still feels exciting and stylish. The open world is packed with things to do. Story quests where you choose sides, side missions, enemy outposts to clear, and yes, you can pet every cat you find. Traversal is fun as well, with a horse, grappling hook, and glider making exploration smooth and quick.
Without remorse.
On number 14, we have the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. If you say Skyrim, almost everyone knows what game you're talking about. But if you say Oblivion, the reaction isn't the same, even though it's still a beloved RPG classic. Now, out of nowhere, Oblivion is back with a surprise remaster, and honestly, this might be the truest remaster we've ever seen, and that's where things get interesting. This isn't a full remake. The new visuals run on Unreal Engine, but the game itself is still powered by the old Gamebryo engine. That means you get stunning graphics, but also the same quirks, bugs, and classic Bethesda jank. NPCs still get stuck, quests sometimes bug out, and yes, weird physics moments will make you laugh.
Well, look who we've got here.
On number 13, we have Cyberpunk 2077. This is one of the most ambitious open-world games ever made. Night City feels alive with its neon lights, futuristic buildings, and streets full of people who look part human and part machine. From the start, the game pulls you in with its dark story, meaningful choices, and tons of side content. As for the gameplay, it mixes gunfights, stealth, and hacking. Sneaking around and using cyber abilities feels great, and the AI police system, perks, and vehicle combat make it so much more fun to play. Not only that, the weapons and upgrades also give you plenty of freedom to play your way. So whether you want to sneak through the shadows, hack everything in sight, or go full guns blazing, the game lets you craft your own style of chaos. On number 12, we have Hogwarts Legacy. This is a game many fans have been dreaming about for years. For the first time, we get a true big-budget Harry Potter game where you can wear the Sorting Hat, explore the Gryffindor Common Room, cast spells, and battle dark wizards. It's pure childhood fantasy brought to life. The star of the show is Hogwarts itself. The castle feels alive with moving staircases, secret passages, and so many details pulled straight from the books and movies. Even after hours of playing, I was still finding new areas, like finally stepping into the Great Hall and being blown away. Flying on a broom for the first time is another magical moment. It captures that sense of freedom we all imagined as kids. On number 11, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. Seeing a samurai and a shinobi on the start screen of an Assassin's Creed game, it finally happened. The series has made it to feudal Japan. The biggest strength of Shadows is how it blends samurai and shinobi action. Playing as Yasuke feels powerful and brutal, while Naoe delivers some of the best stealth gameplay Assassin's Creed has ever had. Switching between them keeps the experience fresh, and I loved choosing whether to go loud as Yasuke or sneak in as Naoe. The world itself is stunning. Seasons change as you play, from snowy winters to cherry blossom-filled springs, and the atmosphere feels alive with details like wind, rain, and wildlife. On number 10, we have Monster Hunter Wilds. Of course, everyone already know about this game. The real stars are the monsters. Wilds has nearly 3 dozen to fight, mixing fan favorites with exciting newcomers. The variety is amazing. You'll face everything from hulking beasts to quick, agile predators. The designs, sounds, and music make every hunt feel like a spectacle. And the best part? Fights are fast and fun. Most hunts will take you under 10 minutes solo, even against big endgame monsters. The combat has never felt this good, every weapon is satisfying, and focus mode adds new depth by letting you target monster wounds for big damage. But no matter what weapon you choose, the gameplay is sharp, responsive, and endlessly rewarding. On number 9, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Making a big RPG these days takes years, sometimes nearly a decade. Waiting for a sequel can feel unbearable, especially if the first game wasn't great. Luckily, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is worth the wait. It's immersive, detailed, and one of the most entertaining RPGs. The world is alive. Quests are smartly designed, often with multiple ways to solve them. Citizens will also remember your actions, both good and bad. Steal a necklace, and a local NPC might chase you down to report it. The world reacts to what you do, which makes it feel real. On number 8, we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. As an open-world RPG, The Witcher 3 is timeless. It will grab you from the start and won't let go. Visually, the game is stunning even years later. The world feels alive, the characters act and speak believably, and the story is cinematic at times. The story might sound simple. You're looking for someone, sometimes a woman, sometimes a girl, sometimes, well, it's complicated. But the writing makes every quest feel meaningful. Side quests, like the Bloody Baron, are perfectly crafted, balancing horror, tragedy, and humanity. Even the worst quests in this game are still more interesting than much of what you see on TV. On number 7, we have Horizon Forbidden West. I have to say, the game's world is gorgeous. From snowy mountains to lush forests, every area is full of secrets, collectibles, and challenges. The open world is huge, but it never feels empty. Dotted throughout are hidden caves, abandoned ruins, and robotic beasts to fight. Exploring feels rewarding, and sometimes just discovering a hidden nook or finding a secret treasure is pure joy. On top of that, the combat is fast, fun, and strategic. You'll use bows, spears, traps, and special weapons, each with its own style. Some enemies are best fought from a distance, others up close. Furthermore, targeting specific parts of enemies can exploit weaknesses or drop rare crafting materials. On number 6, we have Elden Ring. Every so often, a game comes along that nails everything. Amazing gameplay, a huge world to explore, music that sets the perfect mood, and art that takes your breath away. That game is Elden Ring. From Software has taken everything they've learned over the past decade and poured it into this massive open-world RPG. Elden Ring's open world isn't a theme park with signs pointing you where to go. It's full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. From small caves to huge multi-layered tombs, every area can hide secrets or treasures if you're curious enough to look. Some dungeons even challenge you to use traps or clever tricks to reach hidden rooms. And the views? Wow. There's nothing like reaching a new area and realizing you can go everywhere you see.
It's on now.
On number 5, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Rebirth picks up right after the first remake. Even though the game says it can stand on its own, it does give you a recap of what happened before. But honestly, whether you played Remake or not, it's easy to jump into. The story follows Cloud and his friends after leaving Midgar. They're on the run from Shinra, while also dealing with Sephiroth's return, who clearly has his own mysterious plans. There's plenty of familiar moments if you know the original, but what I love is how Rebirth expands on those parts and mixes in brand new storylines. It's like revisiting an old memory, but seeing it in a totally new light. Outside of the game's story, the world is huge. You explore wide open regions, tackle dungeons, tame chocobos, and yes, there are tons of minigames. Some are simple distractions, while others, like Queen's Blood, are so addictive you can lose hours to them. On number 4, we have Death Stranding 2 on the beach. This is exactly what I expected from Kojima Productions. Strange, bold, and packed with ideas only Hideo Kojima would try. The story picks up after the first game, with Sam living in isolation, raising his child. But of course, he can't stay out of the action for long. Soon he's pulled back into the world of porters and deliveries, traveling across places like Australia and Mexico with new characters and plenty of twists. Gameplay-wise, the sequel is definitely an upgrade. Deliveries are still the heart of the game. Sometimes it's pizza, sometimes life-saving supplies, but now you have way better tools to make the journey smoother. New options like monorails and upgraded vehicles make travel more fun, and I found Australia's layout much more interesting than the United Cities of America from the first game. On number 3, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. I have to be honest, even after all these years, Red Dead Redemption 2 is still one of the best, if not the best open world games ever made. It's one of those rare games that stays with you long after you've put the controller down. Over 100 hours in, you will still find new moments, stunning views, and unforgettable scenes. Gameplay-wise, there's just so much to do. You can hunt, gamble, track bounties, or just ride across the world watching the sunrise. The level of detail is insane. Every little thing, from flipping through a shop catalog to looting a drawer, is crafted to make you feel like you're living in this world. The gunplay isn't perfect, but the Deadeye system makes combat satisfying, especially when pulling off those cinematic slow-motion shots.
Nice family.
On number 2, we have Ghost of Tsushima. This game was one of the biggest highlights of the PlayStation 4. It's a classic samurai story filled with memorable characters, stunning landscapes, and an island that feels alive with beauty and danger. Now, after all these years, this game is still amazing to play. And with the sequel on the horizon, it's a better time than ever to revisit it. The combat is one of the game's strongest points. You unlock 4 different stances, each designed for different enemies, shield users. Switch to water stance, big brutes. Stone stance will knock them down. Enemies often attack in groups, so you'll be swapping stances mid-fight, and it feels both strategic and satisfying. On number 1, we have Marvel's Spider-Man 2. In the PS5, this game is fantastic. You can switch between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, each with their own storylines that eventually collide with Venom. New York looks more alive than ever. The city is packed with details, events, and variety, and as you progress, the city itself goes through some dramatic changes that look incredible. As for the gameplay, it keeps what worked in the first 2 games, but adds some fun new mechanics. Both Spider-Men play differently, and switching between them is smooth. A new wingsuit lets you glide across the city, and fast travel has been improved so it feels instant and seamless, making open-world exploration fun. Not only that, the side quests, random crimes, and team-ups with the other Spider-Man also keep things exciting between story missions. And there you have it, fellow gamers. Which game is your favorite? Did we miss one that deserves a spot on the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic gaming content, and ring that bell so you're always up to date on the latest and greatest games. Until next time, and happy gaming.